Okay, everybody, here is a review for the 2017 F250. Okay, as you see the info center there, just had it on a trip. Best I got on the highway, on the interstate, was like 18.5. Did about 130 miles on the interstate, and then another 30 coming up the mountain, knocked it down to 18.2. I'm happy with that. My 7.3, around town I'd get 18. On the highway I could get up to like 22. So with a new engine, I'm happy with that. Your different trips there, your fuel economy, fuel history, even has a compass there. Your display mode. There's your depth gauge, still on full. Distance to empty, transmission temp, engine information. It's got an hour meter on it. Engine idle hours, oil temp, digital speedo, tire pressures, depth level okay, towing, trailer status, trailer options, off-road. Now there we got inclinometers and everything. That's pretty cool. Got a compass there. Rear park aid, advanced settings, I don't know. My key, locks, well, auto lock. We don't want that. We don't want that. That's easier than what it used to be. So, yeah, that gives you an idea there. What's all available on the dash. Turbo gauge, your boost pressure. I kept it under 10 psi. Tried to, watching that gauge there, try to get the best fuel economy. Here, back one to this other trip to. Yeah, just sitting here idling. Nice and quiet. It's got the rear backup camera. You can see how goes with the steering wheel. Okay. Hit this button. Zoom. Sorry about that. Zooms in on your trailer. That's for your rear sensors. Engine brake. Traction control. 2 ports there, got another one down below, USB port, trailer brake controller integrated into the truck. And this, well, the shift on the fly 4-wheel drive, and it's got electronic locking differential. All you do is pull that button out and it locks it in. That's pretty cool. I like that. Lots of room. All your sync and everything here on the steering wheel. Mirrors, it's got heated mirrors. Over here. I don't use the backup camera. I'm not gonna let the technology dumb me down that much. Okay. It's got the adjustable pedals there. It's pretty cool. It's got split seat. I like this setup better. I had captain's chairs in my old Super Duty. I had an 02 with a 7.3. And I only had 86,000 miles on that truck, but it was starting to rust. And they gave me a really good deal on it, so I figured it was time before I'd had to start putting money in. The oil pan was rusted out on it. It was leaking, you know. So I thought it was time. If I waited, I'd get less money for it. So took the plunge here. These new 250s, I mean, look at this. 30 inches up to the sill plate. 30 inches. I mean, and the tires, hell, they're about 34s. And look at all the room there in the back. And I've got the seat all the way back. Got a cover on there for the dog. Yeah, this is a lot taller than what my O2 was. Nice and quiet for a diesel. Even though it's got shift on the fly, it's still got manual locking hubs. There's a business end. 925 foot-pound of torque. 440 horse. And I'll tell you what, if I keep this thing past warranty, that's coming off. That's that EGR BS. That just sucks the fuel mileage out of these things. I don't. My 7.3 got better mileage, used less fuel. How do you tell me that that's not better for the environment? Intercooler. It's I haven't looked here. It's not air to air. It's air to liquid from what I'm seeing. Engine idle's nice and smooth. This truck has dual alternators, and it also has a snowplow package, which I don't really need. I'll never put a plow on it. Plows just tear trucks up. There's your box frame. Goodyear tires, 275 70 18s. 2.5 inch hitch with a 2-inch adapter. I like that. Backup camera there. And I'll get the tape measure. That's one thing I wish this truck had was, oh, it's got power seats, but I wish it had the step. Like that is 41 inches up to the tailgate. It's where you fill your depth tank up. I haven't read. I think it holds 5 gallons, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me. It's got these tie downs here. That's something new. Haven't got into it. They're here under the seat. Got this nice storage under the seat here. And the box link. This is what they're talking about with the box link. Okay. Let's put locks in there. We got keys. I haven't really read up on it. The storage area, it folds flat if you want. You have the flat floor. Your jack and stuff's under there. Like I said, lots of room back here. Lots of room. Little power point back here also. Cup holders. Really nice interior. And Ford always has had nice interiors. That's one of the reasons why I've been with them. I think they've got about the nicest out there. I always put fuel conditioner in all my diesels every time I fill up, because you never know what kind of fuel you're getting. You know, if you stop for fuel at a place that doesn't sell a lot of diesel, you know, you might end up with a bad batch of fuel. So I always put that in just as a kind of a safeguard. And just another thing, I got extended warranty with this truck for a hell of a deal. I got a 10-year, 100,000 mile bumper to bumper. So, you know, I had my other truck, you know, it was an 02, got rid of it here 14 years. So, you know, if I keep this longer than 10, so that emissions garbage is coming off. There's no way. Your big exhaust. This is the key. This is keyed to get to your spare tire, and it's got both 4 prongs, prong for the towing, reverse sensors. So yeah. All aluminum. You gotta get used. The hood's light. Get used to that. I'll give you a backup shot of it there. A wider angle. It's got the keyless entry, turn signals and running lights, LEDs on the cab, fog lights. I like the back of it. I had a 67 Bronco, and that tailgate reminds me of the old Broncos, the old Fords. That style there. And this body, it reminds me of the boxy, like the 80s. I had an 89 F250, and kind of reminds me of that. But there you can see how big the cab is on that. There's a lot of room inside. So let me get her inside here, and we'll put her up on the lift, and we'll take a look underneath. Okay guys, we got her up in the air here a little bit. Okay, like you can see on the hitch here, maximum gross trailer weight 15,000 pounds. Okay, and I like how the hitch here bolts to both sides of the frame. It's pretty slick. So this it's got 355s. They say they've beefed up the axles on these things. It's got these overload here, but I wish my 02 had the overloads on top and the brackets on the frame. That I think it rode a little bit better because of that. I think this heavy ply, this truck doesn't ride as well, and plus it may be just because it's new and the springs need to settle in. I don't know, time will tell. There you can see the underneath the body. Your cab isolators there, your cab mounts. That's interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. Big fuel tank. I'm sure there's your def tank. Aluminum drive shaft. A big old transfer case there. There's that dang DPF. I really wish it didn't have that on it. I mean, that just, I don't know. To me, that defeats the whole purpose. If you're burning fuel to make it cleaner. I don't know. I think somebody's getting their pockets greased is what I think. Bump stops, urethane. No undercoating because it's aluminum. I'm thinking maybe I'll get to do the frame here, but well, you see, you got an idea. Looks like you got some rivets there. On your cross members and that on the cab. They're riveted, sealed, or that may be some type of adhesive. I think I read somewhere about that. Yeah, look how big that thing is. I think I heard that's around $9,000 for if you had to get all the exhaust components. Now I don't know if that includes a turbo also, but that's why I got the extended warranty. More cab mounts. I don't know what's up with those rear ones. They're different. Electronic transfer case. There you see the frame. I mean, that's pretty damn stout. Boxed. I guess we can call those radius arms. They're pretty good size. There's a big old torque shift 6. My 02 still had the old 4R100 E40D. Really wasn't. I never had any trouble with it, but yeah, they're notorious for torque converters. I never had to work on one of these, and it shifts really smooth. I mean, that's one of the big things I noticed between this and the other truck. This is a lot more refined. I had a Tony Wildman chip in my 02, and it ran really well. This, like off the line, doesn't feel as fast, but like once you're up to 40 mile an hour, you're up to 80 in a heartbeat. I mean, it's just, and it doesn't even feel like you're going that fast. I mean, it pulls. It's so smooth. It runs good. But yep, there's a torque shift. It's a pretty hefty size exhaust there. Another cooler. Now that surprises me. That oil filter is pretty dang small compared to the 7.3. That was huge. And I don't have to worry about my oil pan rusting away on this one. And if it does, no big deal to replace it. I like that. The rest of the pan's cast aluminum. It's just weird not seeing exhaust manifolds coming down from the side. But there we got another cooler. I'm guessing that's for the fuel. There's the heavy front end. I mean, that's nice. Look at that. We got greasable U-joints from the factory. Wow. Now, don't even tell me. While there, I made that trip and the dang hubs were locked in. Why in the world did they do that? I didn't even check it when I bought it. So there. I bet you I'll get a little bit better mileage now. Good, decent sized brakes. Like I said, that's a hefty axle there. I'm just surprised with the snowplow package that this thing doesn't have dual shocks like the old ones did. Like I said, I wish, like I said, it doesn't ride as nice as the other one, but the springs are brand new. So, yeah. Hopefully that there gives you guys, there's front drive shaft, a CV joint there, regular U-joint up front. But that one there is not greasable. But I guess we can live with that because that's a hell of a lot easier to change than what those are. Good stout steering linkage here. Not greasable. Now I'll explain that. Greasable U-joints, but not greasable tie rods. There you see you got the good old Dana axle there. There you can see some more of the underneath, and here we got another cooler. That's transmission. I hope there's more than that. But I would think, I would hope. It's not looking like it though. Yep. Coil spring front suspension. My other one had leaves. Sorry about that. Gotta remember to keep that light out of the camera. Steering dampener there. Still got a good old steering box and a rack and pinion. That's good. Yep. So that's the underneath of the 17. You can see, give me a look there in the fender wells. I like this better than that big goofy badge on the side. I mean, that frame is nice and stout. I do like that. Okay, now what I don't like about this truck, these, when you're paying almost 60 grand for a truck Ford, you can't put in HIDs or LED lighting. Come on, you know, my motorcycle got LED headlights and auxiliary lights. I mean, I do a lot of night driving, and that, I got to figure out something, see if I can get some silver stars in there, or some LEDs or something, because they are not bright enough for me. They suck. And I'm sorry, but I'm real critical on lighting, and that, even with a 4 headlight system, it should be better. I have an Edge, a Ford Edge, and it's got good headlights. Yeah, they're still the old halogen type, but they do a good job. These things here, I figured with as big as they were, that it would really light it up. but it doesn't. Um, totally dissatisfied with it. I mean, that for what you pay for a truck, why it can't be that much more to put in good lighting. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like I said, that's my biggest complaint with this thing here. Uh, and of course, that whole DPF thing, the emissions garbage, which Ford really can't do anything about that. But because they all have to do it. I'd sooner have that than like the 6.4s where all they had was the regen, and they didn't get any kind of fuel economy. The DEF, that definitely helps out, and hopefully now that I know my hubs aren't locked in, I can get a little bit better mileage too. But if I can get 20 out of it once it breaks in, if I can get 20 out of it on the highway, for as big as this truck is, and that's a lot of frontal area there to be pushing down the highway. It's almost like pushing a brick wall through a hurricane. So, if I get 20 out of it, I'll be pleased. But hope you all enjoyed this. Got something out of it. 2017 Ford F250 Super Duty XLT. If you have any questions, comments, be sure I always respond. May not be instantaneously, but within a few hours I will definitely get back to you. Be sure to check back. I don't know, you see I have my shop here. 70 Chevelle, that's another project. Big project, as you can see. Lots of body work there to do. But it's a 70 Chevelle, so even though I'm a Ford guy, that's one Chevy that I'll own. So, yep. Hope you all enjoyed, and be sure to check back later, and thank you.